Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we are specifically going to we're going to continue our exploration of Stranger Things. Today we're going to talk about Stranger Things Season 1, Episode 1, and we're going to continue to explore Stranger Things from the context of Dungeons and Dragons. As a dungeon master, when we look at Stranger Things, especially heading toward season 5, what are the important things that we learn about ourselves, right? And about Dungeons and Dragons, and America. And that's interesting. I think that's something really fascinating to realize. When we look at Stranger Things today, we are looking at what can we learn from Stranger Things. We can learn about ourselves as dungeon masters and dragon masters. Actually, even people who do not do Dungeons and Dragons, if they're not a dungeon master or a dragon master, they can learn from Stranger Things also. But mostly, like, you're a terrible person and you should probably get better and you should do Dungeons and Dragons, which is a terrible thing to learn, but you could learn that, right? So just saying. But we can learn about ourselves because we are dungeon masters and dragon masters, and this whole show is it's marinated. It's like you took a narrative and you just marinated it in Dungeons and Dragons. All of Stranger Things is just marinated. Like, Dungeons and Dragons is seeped through on every pore, right? So we can learn about Dungeons and Dragons. We can learn about Dungeons and Dragons itself. We can learn about America, right? And and also, this is important, I think we can learn about media itself, because Stranger Things is not a normal show. It is the most successful streaming show ever, right? And what I mean by that is not like something that was made prior to streaming that they plopped onto streaming, but it was made to stream, right? Of all the shows in the world that were ever made to stream, Stranger Things is by far the most successful, and it's not even close. It's like it's light years ahead. Okay, very interesting. All right, so Hawkins, Indiana. So the show starts November 6th, 1983, Hawkins, Indiana. Let's take a minute to talk about Hawkins, Indiana, and what it means to the show. So Hawkins, Indiana is it's Heartland, right? And it's saying, hey, this isn't on the East Coast or the West Coast. This is Heartland. So one of the things that Stranger Things is saying is that the Heartland is better than the coasts, and boy, is it right. So I have family in Corydon, Indiana. So my peoples are from Corydon, Indiana. And actually, I should correct that. It's not my peoples. I'm married, and my beautiful wife has family in Corydon, Indiana. And actually, they are my people now. I can say that fully. They're my people, right? They are a pain in the butt. They're a pain in my butt, and I'm a pain in their butt. And I love them, and they love me. And like any family, we have, some friction, and we have some drama, right? But we also have a lot of love, and they're my peeps now, right? And they are Heartlanders. And I can tell you right now, American Heartlanders, West Coast, East Coast are garbage people compared to American Heartlanders. Why are American Heartlanders better than coastal elites, right? And I'm 100% a coastal elite. I got two college degrees, right? Like, you never see dirt under my nails. I don't do any real, like, physical labor, and I'm pretty liberal, I'm a coastal elite. All right, let's just put it that way, right? And I am a garbage person compared to these Heartlanders. Why are the Heartlanders better? They are kinder, more tolerant, they're more loving, they're more patient, they have grit and they're stalwart, they have grit, they have wisdom, right? They're just better people. What made them better people? The location, right? Like, it is absolutely harder to live in the Heartland, right? So you have to struggle more to survive, right? Like, having a bunch of, scholarly degrees and knowing a lot of letters and, don't help in the Heartland much, right? But in the Heartland, real work does matter, and they grind, man. literally work harder, and they are better people. And we're seeing that, right? Will, Mike, Dustin, and Lucas are better. They're better humans, right? They love each other. They love each other as friends, and they have a pact, right? And they even have a friendship structure that is built for conflict, to fix conflict. It is stunning. Dustin is the heart of the group and keeping everybody together even when conflict occurs. And it is powerful, right? So one of the lessons from season 1, episode 1 of Stranger Things is Heartland Americans are better than coastal elite Americans. Period. It's not a debate, right? Like, they better than us. Period. Right? And Mike and Will and Dustin and Lucas, they're like, these are good people. These are heroes, right? And why are they there? Because this is a Dungeons and Dragons story. A little bit of secret for you. Dungeons and Dragons story is about heroes, not villains, right? Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion on what's awesome in season 1, episode 1 of Stranger Things. The important part is what you tell when you tell me your humble opinion on Stranger Things, on Mike, on Will, on Dustin, on Lucas. Please consider liking, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.